कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः. Towards the end of Ayodhya Kandam, when Paduka Pattabhishekam happens, remember, Bharata accepted the Padukas that were gifted by Rama through Lakshmana. He carried them on his head and reached the outskirts of Ayodhya. He did not reach Ayodhya. Why? Because Ayodhya was a proper city, a kingdom, royal palace, excellent comforts. If Bharata heads back to the kingdom, then he may have to be a recipient of such comforts. His aim and objective was to administer and manage the kingdom effectively until Rama returns and give back the kingdom in a better shape to Rama. So he thought, why should I go back to Ayodhya? If I go back to Ayodhya, I may have to live like a royal king, prince. So he stayed in the outskirts of Ayodhya. Slowly, like how the outskirts of any city become the city. Slowly, Nandigrama also, people started buying real estate in those days because it became very popular. But Nandigrama was a small village outside Ayodhya. So in a small Parnakashala, a bamboo-based hut, the beautiful Simhasanam of Ayodhya was brought there. The Padukas were put upon the throne and Bharata held the Chatram and Shatrughna did the Chamara Kainkaryam. And the Pattabhishekam for Paduka Devi happened. She was the first queen in that lineage. They were all men before Ikshvaku, Mandhata, Aja, Asamanjas, Dilipa, Amshuman, Bhagiratha, Raghu. They were all male kings. Now for the first time a queen is coming. Paduka Devi is going to rule. So Pattabhishekam was performed to Paduka Devi over the Simhasanam of Ayodhya, which was kept in the outskirts of Ayodhya called Nandigramam. Now, Vedanta Deshika goes further to describe the greatness of Paduka Devi. He asks, Bharata came to Chitrakuta to ask Rama to come back. Rama refused. Bharata threatened to fast until death. But then upon Vasishtha's insistence, he asked for the Padukas of Rama and Rama happily gave the Padukas of his to Bharata. See, if Rama had to come, he had to come. Else he should have said, I'll come after 14 years. Today, you cannot do this to anyone. If someone says, you come to my house, I say, sir, I'm very busy. Instead, you take my Padukas and go to your house. That person will not take it in the right spirit. Bharata was immediately happy. He said, okay, give me the Padukas, I will take it. What was so special about the Padukas? One, this is the first question. Second thing, what did Rama achieve by giving those Padukas to Bharata? For this, we need to come to the mundane world. There are many families, our earlier generations, when they were not that well off, financially well off, many children in the family, many have to study, after attaining a certain age, they have to get married. There were expenses only, no income. In such a scenario, especially the women of those houses were very bold. They used to make strong decisions. Even today, women have the confidence to take the right decision. They are very strong willed. So the women would take one of their jewelry and they would go pawn it with a pawnbroker. So we have pawnbrokers. What they essentially do is they will take that particular jewelry, They will see the value of that jewelry. Let's say it is of 50 grams gold jewelry. They will check what is the rate available per gram of gold that day, multiply it, and then they'll give an amount. I am giving you in Indian rupees. If it is 1 lakh rupees worth gold jewelry and you have pawned it with the pawnbroker, he or she will not give you that entire 1 lakh. They may give you maximum 50%, which is 50,000 Indian rupees. And they will say, I'll give it to you now. There is an interest. You pay that interest, the principal, and then after having cleared your loan, I will give back this jewelry to you. Now, Rama, upon the Adesha, the order of his father, had travelled all the way in the forest, and he has to take it further south because he has to fulfill the wishes of the Devas whom he had promised to annihilate the demoniac forces. He has to go to Lanka, kill Ravana, Indrajit, Malyavad, Kumbhakarna, and then come back. For him to excuse himself from Bharata, he has to pawn something which is twice his value because he has to get redeemed. That means twice his value something should be there to pawn to the pawnbroker called Bharata. Then only Bharata will say, okay, you give that with me let it be under my possession. You are half of its value. You excuse yourself, complete your task, come back, and then regain this Padukas back. That is when Rama thought, let me give my Padukas, which are more valuable than me. If I am value X, Paduka Devi is 2X. So let this Paduka go to him. So rightfully, Bharata got this material called as Paduka Devi pledged by Rama, which was more valuable than Rama, says Vedanta Deshika. So he says, Padavani prabhavato jagatantrayanam ramadapi tvamadhika niyatam prabhavat no chet kathannu bharatasya tameva lipsoho pratyayanam paripanam bhavati bhavitri. So he pledged the Padukas to Bharata, the pawnbroker, to excuse himself, thereby saying that even Rama knew that his Paduka Devi, the female energy, is more valuable than him. Next, when Rama asked Lakshmana to go fetch the Padukas from the hermitage, he could have just said, Lakshmana, give the pair of Padukas to Bharata. The transfer of Padukas could have happened from Lakshmana to Bharata directly. But Rama does something very unique. Adhiroharya padabhyam paduke hema bhushite. He asks Lakshmana to keep the Padukas on the ground. He stands on it, gets down, and then says, Lakshmana, give these Padukas to Bharata. Very, very intriguing and confusing. See, I go ask my mother, in your house you are having a very nice vessel to make sambar. Can you please give me that? My mother will be very happy. She'll say, my son is asking, why will I not give? She'll say, go take it. Mothers and fathers don't even think twice. They'll say, take it. Why are you even asking me? This is the habit of any mother. Now, Rama assumed himself to be playing the role of mother and father because father Dasharatha was dead. Mother Kaikeyi was useless to Bharata. So he assumed the role of mother and father to Bharata. Bharata is asking, Rama, come. Rama says, I cannot come. Instead, he says, I'll give the Paduka. So what he should have said, Bharata, my dear son, go take those Padukas from Lakshmana. This should have happened. But what Rama does, he says, Lakshmana, keep the Padukas down. Let me stand on it. Then get down. Then give it to Bharata. Why? Vedanta Deshika asks, haven't you thought this is a bit confusing? He asks us. We read Ramayana just like that. We don't think so much, right? Vedanta Deshika says there is a reason why Rama could have asked Lakshmana to keep the Padukas on the ground, on the Medhini, stand on it, then get down and then ask the Padukas to be given to Bharata. Because in our common modern parlance, we all use mobile phones. Our entire life is based on mobile phones. All our contacts are in the mobile phone, calendar is in the mobile phone, alarm clock is in the mobile phone, Panchangam is in the mobile phone, messages are there in the mobile phone, photos and videos are there in the mobile phone, mail is there in the mobile phone, internet banking is there in the mobile phone. If you have to order outside food, those apps are there in the mobile phone. If you have to take a vahanam, any cab or anything, all that is there in the mobile phone. So everything. In fact, our Jivatma itself is inside the mobile phone. So that much of importance you are giving to the mobile phone. Probably we are giving to the mobile phone. But towards the end of the day, the charge will go. Whether we remember to do it or not, the first thing we will do is Nitya Karma, we will go get it charged. So the electricity helps in charging that particular device. That device is very useful. But what is the use of the device if there is no charge? So even such a robust device needs charging. It needs power. Rama is the student of Vasishtha, interned with Vishwamitra, son of Dasharatha, husband of Sita, son-in-law of Janaka, brother to Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna. But he himself, he too needs that energy to fight Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Malyavan, Indrajit, Khara, Dushana, Trishiras, Kavandha, and Viradha. So he needs power. Where will he get himself charged? Like how our robust phones need charger, Rama too needed that power from Paduka Devi. That is why he said, keep Paduka Devi down. I will take some charge, some motivation, some power from her and then give it to Bharata. So Vedanta Deshika sees this as a charging process where Rama received that energy. नियतमधिरुरोहत्वा मनाधेय शक्तिं निज चरण सरोजे शक्तिमाधातु कामः स कथमितरथा त्वां यस्य रामो विजने दृशदुपचित भूमौ दण्डकारण्यभागे. To walk in the Dandaka forest, to fight the demoniac forces, he needed energy, so he took that energy from Paduka Devi. Now, Rama belonged to Ayodhya. So, Padukas also belong to Ayodhya. But in Sanatana Dharma, we have got 7 moksha-giving cities. Though every city is important, these 7 cities, because of their Puranic connection, Acharya connection, Rishi connection, have great value. So, we have Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Purin, Dwaravati Chaiva, Saptaida, Mokshadayakaha. These are the 7 cities which are of extreme importance to us. So you have Ujjaini, you have got Ayodhya, you have got Dwaravati, you have got Kanchi. These are all important cities that give us great motivation, good spiritual knowledge. Vedanta Deshika says, you don't have to run left, right, take one bus, take one flight, anything. You worship Paduka Devi who belongs to Ayodhya. Your life will also be Ayodhya. You don't have to keep fighting with your internal and external enemies. Your life will become a rejuvenating city. It will become Ujjaini. Your body will acquire the beauty so that you can sport the girdle. Mekhala is called Kanchi. So he says all these great cities will get manifest in the place where you are if you worship Paduka Devi. Matva trinaya bharato manipadarakṣe ramena tam virahitam raghurajadhanim tvameva sapranayam munjayinim avantim mene mahodayamaye maduram ayodhyam maduram ayodhyam mahodayamayin ujjayanim avantim Raghurajadhanim, Manipadarakṣe, Om Rama's Padukas, you bestow the beauty of all these cities on any devotee who meditates upon you. So, Vedanta Deshika uses the small incident of Ayodhya Kanda to give us such a vivid, clear picture of the greatness of Paduka Devi. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.